Hi guys, we will show you how to replace the front brake pads and rotors in Volvo XC40. Since we'll be working on the front left wheel, we have to block the rear right with wheel blocks. Next we need to remove the caps from the bolts. You can use needle nose pliers. Now we'll need to use the wheel lock for one of the bolts, and we'll loosen all bolts before we lift the vehicle. We are using 19mm socket. Next to the wheel we have two jacking points. We'll use this plastic one for our hydraulic jack, and this one will be used for our jack stand. You have to position the jack approximately like this on an angle. This way there will be enough room for our jack stand. Keep lifting until the wheel is off the ground. Also guys, make sure that you turn the wheel to the left all the way. Now you can slowly lower the vehicle onto the jack stand. Now we can remove all bolts. Now we have access to our caliper, and this is the part number for the left hand side caliper. Also guys, we have the rotor right here. We will need to remove two bolts. To remove the caliper we'll use 14mm socket and 17mm wrench. When you guys unscrew them, you might not need the wrench yet, but when you have to tighten them, it will go in the middle right here. Now we'll use a screwdriver to pry the caliper off. And the caliper is off. You can remove this plate. And you can use the rubber strap to secure the caliper. The goal of our today's video is to inspect our brakes, front brakes. The reason is we recently did the rear brakes and we found a small leak in the piston. That's why it's a good idea to check the fronts as well. And of course we'll show you how to replace the brake pads and the rotors. The front piston doesn't show any signs of leakage, and the rubber boot is intact, which is good. It means we don't have to worry about front brakes for now. If you're replacing just the brake pads, you can simply pull them off like this without removing the rotor. They come off very easy, and now we can install the new ones. Brake pads look pretty good. The only thing we can see that this one has a piece of metal approximately right here, which created this line on the pad, and also on the rotor you can see it here as well. And this type of fragment can cause the noise when you brake, but it's not a big deal, and we are not going to replace them only because of that. When you replace brake pads, you have to remove these brackets, one on the bottom and one on the top. right here. You use a screwdriver, and these need to be replaced. Right here we have the original Volvo brake pads for the front wheels, and this is the part number. In this set we have all the hardware, and these are our new brake pads. As you can see, the new brake pads come with the tape in the back. This way it will be attached to the caliper on this side and to the piston on the other side. This is meant to reduce the noise of your brakes. And again, guys, this is how it looks compared to the old ones. We'll show you the difference in the friction material on the old pads and the new ones. The difference is not huge because we are just inspecting the brakes for today, and the vehicle only has about 20,000 kilometers, so we will reuse the old ones. But when you replace them, of course you have to install the new ones, and you guys have to install the new brackets as well. When you replace the brake pads, you have to clean the area where the new brackets will go. The new brackets get pushed in. And then you'll be able to install the brake pads. In this case, we're just showing how it will be done. When you guys do it, you will have to remove this blue film from the pads. If you need to replace the rotor, you will have to remove this caliper bracket. For this, we have to remove these two bolts. To remove these bolts, we'll use 18mm socket, and also we'll use the pry bar. These bolts may be hard to remove, that's why it's a good idea to use the pry bar. So with a regular ratchet, even now it still requires a lot of force. Again, guys, you have to use proper tools. This is a part number for the caliper bracket, and this number right here is the diameter of our rotor. When you work on the brakes, it's always a good idea to check the condition of the slider pins and make sure that the rubber boots are intact, and ideally you need to replace the silicone every time you work on the brakes. Apply a small amount and spread it out evenly. Also, when you remove and reinstall the pins, make sure that they go into the proper place, because they are slightly different. To remove the rotor, you need to use the Torx T30 bit to unscrew this bolt, which holds it in place. If it doesn't come off by using your hands, you can use a hammer and hit it a couple of times on the middle part and it will come off. Before you install the new rotor, you have to clean this surface, make sure you remove any corrosion or debris, and you can use the metallic brush. If you're going to reinstall the old rotor like we will, in this case you also have to clean the surface on the inside of the rotor as well. The goal is to remove rust and allow for the proper contact. The new rotors usually come covered in oil, that's why we will use the brake cleaner, and besides that, of course, it will remove any other contamination from both surfaces on both sides where pads meet the rotor. So lightly wash it like this with the brake cleaner on one side and on the other as well. And now our rotor is ready to be installed. Let it dry and we can install it back. Reinstall the small screw. The torque for this one is 10 Newton meters. You can simply tighten it with your hands. Remove old thread lock from the bolts for the caliper bracket, and we will apply a new one. We will first use one bolt to secure it in place. And now we'll apply the thread lock on the other bolt. And repeat the process with the second bolt. Using 18mm socket. For these bolts you will need to use the torque wrench, and the torque is 200 Newton meters. We cleaned the old brackets and we will reuse them for now. Push them in all the way. First we'll install the inside bracket. It has this ridge on top. This one goes on the piston side. And the one with two dots goes on the outside. We will reinstall the original plate. Before you install the caliper, you will need to compress the caliper piston. For this we'll use the spreader tool, and you can also use the old brake pad or any other flat metallic object to compress the piston. When you compress the caliper pistons, you have to control the level of the brake fluid inside the brake fluid reservoir. Normally it should not come out, but and this is the level that you guys can see right now, But if you have been adding the brake fluid, then there's a risk that it may run over. So it's always a good idea to check it while you compress your caliper piston. Now you can remove the caliper and install it back on. Make sure it aligns with slider pins. Reinstall the 2 bolts. Use 14mm socket to tighten them. If the slider pin starts spinning, you will need to use 17mm wrench to keep it in place. The torque for these bolts is 40 Newton meters. Before you reinstall the wheel, make sure that the caliper moves freely. Check the condition of the brake line, make sure there are no leaks anywhere. Make sure that all connectors are connected, ABS. And of course, don't forget to remove your rubber strap. For easier wheel installation, you can straighten the steering wheel. When you install the wheel, make sure that there is no gap between the rotor and the wheel. This means it's properly installed. And reinstall all the bolts. First, manually tighten all the bolts in a crisscross manner. Now we can partially lift our wheel. Now we can remove the jack stand and we will lower the wheel all the way now. We will tighten all the bolts using the torque wrench, and the torque is 140 Newton meters. Caps go back on. And also, guys, it's a good idea to recheck the torque after about 80 kilometers. Remove the wheel chocks. And before you start driving, make sure to press the brake pedal a few times until it becomes firm. That's it for our video today. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video.